Assalamualaikum. Hari ni aku nak cakap pasal human lymphatic system. Okay, human lymphatic system ni dia berkait rapat dengan blood circulatory system. So sekarang aku nak cakap pasal tissue fluid new formation. First, blood that reaches the arterial end of the blood capillary has a high pressure due to the small diameter of capillaries and the pumping force of the heart. Second, this pressure allows the blood plasma to diffuse continuously from the blood capillaries to the intercellular space. Third, blood plasma that occupies the intercellular space and constantly bursts cells is called tissue fluid. The tissue fluid does not contain any erythrocyte, platelet and plasma protein because these are too large to diffuse out of the blood capillaries. Fourth, tissue fluid allows the exchange of materials in the blood and cells to occur. Nutrients and oxygen diffuse from tissue fluid to body cells. Simultaneously, excretory products and carbon dioxide diffuse from body cells to blood capillaries. Lymph formation and components of the lymphatic system. At the venule end of the blood capillary, blood plasma is hypertonic compared to the tissue fluid surrounding it. Blood pressure is also lower. As a result, the reabsorption of water, mineral salts and waste takes place in the venule capillary. However, only 85% of the fluid that leaves the blood at the arterial end of blood capillary diffuse back into the venule end. The lost fluid is collected and returned to the blood through the lymphatic capillary, which is the smallest vessel in the lymphatic system. This fluid is known as lymph and is pale yellow in color. So, perbandingan antara lymph dan tissue fluid. Persamaan dia, dua-dua mempunyai plasma. Without the plasma proteins, erythrocytes and platelets. The differences: lymph higher content of fat and fat soluble substance. Tissue fluid pula low content of fat and fat soluble substances. Lepas tu lymph high content of lymphocytes. Lymphocytes. Tissue fluid low content of lymphocytes. Okay, perbandingan antara lymph dengan blood. Dia punya persamaan, both contain all the contents of plasma such as nutrients, hormones, enzymes, cellular waste, respiratory gases and leukocytes. Dia punya perbezaan ada satu. Lymph does not contain plasma protein, erythrocyte and platelet. Blood pula, dia contains plasma protein, erythrocyte and platelet. The lymphatic capillary wall consists of one layer of cells only. The lymphatic capillary differs from blood capillary because one of its end is blocked or closed, while the other end is connected to the lymphatic vessel. Lymphatic capillaries found in intercellular spaces merge to form a larger lymphatic vessel. Along the lymphatic vessel, there are lymph nodes at certain distances. Okay.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to present about lymphatic system. So let's enjoy about it. Lymph nodes, spleen, thymus gland, bone marrow, tonsils and appendix. This is all the organs that consist in the lymphatic system. So we have right lymphatic duct that is receive lymph from the right hand, chest and right side of the head and neck. And the other one is thoracic duct that receives lymph from the left side of the head, neck and chest and all the body parts below the ribs. So basically we know that the lymph system doesn't have its own pump, so it is aided by heartbeat pulse, contraction of skeletal muscles, peristalsis in the digestive tract, and the changes in pressure during inhalation and exhalation of breath. So thoracic duct will deliver its contents into the left subclavian vein, while the right lymphatic duct will transport lymph into the right subclavian vein.
So we've learned about the human lymphatic system, the formation of it, and of course the necessity of the lymphatic system. So in today's video I would like to talk about the health issues related to the human lymphatic system. So lymphedema, or also known as edema, is most commonly caused by the removal of or damage to your lymph nodes. It usually results in a blockage, and then the fluid buildup will lead to swelling. Number one is pregnancy. So the body fluids, the body will produce more body fluids to fulfill the needs of a growing fetus, and that results in the swelling of the belly of a woman, a pregnant woman. And so number two is the deficiency of plasma protein. The deficiency of albumin in the blood usually causes pitting edema. Pitting edema is caused because of the deficiency of albumin in the blood, also known as hypoalbuminemia. So hard. The third reason is prolonged bedridden patients. Now, patients that are paralyzed or stroke with limited mobility of the leg can suffer from edema in the legs because the lymphatic fluid does not go back up to the limb. That seems about right. And so this final cause is actually a parasitic infection. So lymphatic filariasis, also known as elephantiasis, occurs from being bitten by an infected mosquito. So three types of worms that are known to cause this disease are Wucheria bancrofti, Brugia malayi, and Brugia timoris. But the most common is Wucheria bancrofti, surprisingly. And so the types of mosquitoes that can infect us are actually surprisingly Aegis, or Aegis as you like to call it, Culet, Aerophilis, and Mansonia. And then we move on. So elephantiasis, or commonly known as elephant, of course, is lymphatic filariasis. Filariasis, god damn, it's so hard to pronounce. Okay, so the infected part, for example, the leg, usually the leg that is infected will swell up, and the patient then contracts the disease. So it just swells up. But the most common part is the leg. That actually sums up about everything, I guess. Yeah, I think that's it. Bye.